You write a good business email, but then you realize to actually close the deal, you need to pick up the phone. You have to call a potential international client right now. Does that make you nervous?
It happens to a lot of us. When we feel anxious during a business call, we often repeat yes or okay, which can make us sound less confident in front of an important client.
That is why today we will look at 4 specific stages with a client, from making that very first phone call all the way to signing the final contract.
You will learn practical phrases to get a client's interest on the first call, handle someone who goes silent after a proposal, negotiate budget adjustments, and successfully close the deal. Let us start with the first step.
Many people do not get a good result from their first phone call to a potential client simply because they sound like a recorded advertisement.
That usually happens when we focus too much on what we sell rather than what the client actually needs. Let us listen to a quick example of how a phone call easily goes wrong.
Hello, this is Thomas. I am calling to introduce our design services. We have very good offers for the upcoming summer project. Do you have 2 minutes to talk?
Sorry, I am in a meeting right now. Please send an email. Bye.
When you start immediately with your services and offers, the client feels the pressure of a direct commercial talk and ends the conversation.
To change the result, you need to state a clear connection and offer a solution immediately.
Let us listen to a better approach.
Hi there, Thomas here from the design team. I am reaching out because I saw your recent post on LinkedIn about your upcoming summer project, and I noticed a specific detail on your website.
Oh, hello, Thomas. Yes, we are preparing for that launch. What did you notice?
I saw that the loading time for your project page could be faster. We recently assisted a similar brand in your industry to improve this, and it saved them a lot of time.
That is actually something we are worried about this week.
I know you are busy today, so I will not take more of your time now. I can email you some brief data on how we fixed this for the other brand.
That sounds good. But actually, can you call me tomorrow morning at 9 a.m.? I prefer to discuss the data directly rather than reading a long email.
I can certainly do that. I will call you tomorrow at 9 a.m. Have a wonderful day.
Thank you. Talk tomorrow.
This outcome is much better. By mentioning the LinkedIn post, Thomas shows he researched their business, and the solution makes the client interested enough to suggest the next step themselves.
When the client proposes the time, they are much more likely to answer your call and listen to your ideas.
But even with a great start, a client can still go completely silent after you share the initial proposal.
That is exactly what we will address next. Let us see how to follow up with a silent client without sounding desperate.
After that 9 a.m. call to discuss the data, Emma is impressed and asks for a formal proposal. You send it over right away. But then 3 days pass, and you hear absolutely nothing back from the client.
This silence often makes people anxious. The most common mistake here is calling just to ask if they reviewed your document.
Let us listen to how that sounds.
Hi, Emma. Thomas here. I hope you are well. I am just calling to check if you had a chance to read the proposal I emailed you on Tuesday.
Oh, hi, Thomas. Yes, I received it, but my team is quite busy right now. We need more time to look at it. I will let you know.
Okay, no problem. I will wait for your call then. Thank you.
When you ask if they read the proposal, you put pressure on the client. It forces them to give a polite excuse like, "We are busy," just to end the conversation.
To get a better response, you should offer a new piece of information or an update that helps their project.
Let us hear a better way to follow up.
Hi, Emma. Thomas here. I hope you are having a good week. I am calling because our team just updated the project timeline with a clearer view on the first month costs.
Hi, Thomas. Thanks for the call. I saw your file, but the current cost is higher than our plan for this quarter. We are still unsure about it.
I understand your point completely. If we modify the workload to match your exact budget, Would you be open to a brief review this Friday?
Well, if you can adjust the plan to fit our budget, I am willing to check it again.
Perfect. I will send the new option before Friday. Thank you, Emma.
Notice how Thomas changes the direction of the conversation. Instead of demanding an answer, he shares a timeline update, which naturally opens up the conversation about their real concern, the budget.
And when Emma mentions the cost is too high, he does not change the numbers immediately. He offers to modify the workload instead.
This leads right into the most delicate part of any business relation, discussing the numbers and handling their concerns.
In our next part, we will see how to handle the final budget discussion without losing your position.
Talking about budget details can be a delicate part of any business conversation. Many professionals worry about finding the right balance between protecting their service value and meeting the client's limits.
This focus is even higher during a phone call where you cannot see the client's body language. Let us listen to a phone conversation where the negotiator gives up too easily.
Hello, Thomas. Emma here. Happy Friday. We reviewed the updated option. We like the plan, but our board will only approve this if you reduce the total price by 15%.
Oh, 15% is quite a lot for us. But since we really want to work with you, I guess we can accept that price.
Great. Please update the contract and send it over.
By agreeing immediately, Thomas reduced his own profit without getting anything in return. The client might even wonder why the original proposal was so high in the first place.
A professional conversation requires a balance. If you give something up, you should ask for a commitment in return. Let us listen to a better way to handle this phone request.
Hi, Thomas. It's Emma. We went over the new plan this morning. The team likes the details, but our budget limit means we can only move forward if we get a 15% discount.
I understand your position, Emma. A 15% reduction is significant. We want to partner with your team, but we cannot lower the terms without reducing the workload of the project.
I see, but our budget is strictly limited for this quarter.
Here is an option we can consider. If you can sign a 6-month contract instead of a 3-month trial, I can ask our director to approve a 10% discount. How does that sound over there?
A 6-month contract is longer than we planned, but a 10% discount does help me clear this with our financial officer.
Excellent. I can update the document with those details right now and send it to your inbox while we are on the line.
That sounds fair. Let us do that.
Notice how Thomas protected his business terms. He did not just say no, he offered a fair exchange by asking for a longer commitment.
This way of talking keeps both sides happy and leads directly to the final stage of our discussion, closing the deal and getting the signature.
In our final part, we will see how to finish the conversation professionally so the project starts without any delays. Once the terms are agreed upon, you reach the final step. It is time to close the conversation and secure the commitment.
Many people make the mistake of celebrating too early. They say a quick goodbye and hang up, leaving the next steps unclear. Let us listen to a call that finishes too quickly.
Hi, Thomas. Good news. Our financial officer approved the contract with the 10% discount. We are ready to move forward.
That is amazing news, Emma. Thank you so much.
I am very happy to hear that.
Okay, goodbye then.
Great. Goodbye, Thomas.
Hanging up immediately without confirming the schedule can cause long delays later. The client might forget to sign the document, and you lose valuable time.
A professional needs to agree on the next steps before the call ends. Let us listen to the correct way to finish this final conversation.
Hi, Thomas. I have some good news. The updated contract is officially approved on our end, so we can finally start.
That is fantastic news, Emma. We are very glad to partner with your team on this project. To ensure we start on time, I will email you the final document for signature right after we hang up.
Yes, please do. I can sign it before the end of the day.
Perfect. Once we receive it, our team will set up the first project meeting for next Monday at 2 in the afternoon. Does that schedule work for you?
Yes, Monday at 2 works well for us.
Excellent. The document is on its way to your inbox now. Thank you for your trust, Emma. Have a wonderful day.
Thank you, Thomas. Goodbye.
Notice how Thomas managed the end of the call? He immediately established the next actions by confirming the email and setting a specific time for the first meeting.
This clear way of working shows the client they selected the right partner, and it keeps the business moving without any pauses.
Now that we covered all 4 steps, it is time to see how much you remember from today's examples.
Let us check your understanding with a short challenge.
Let us test your memory with 2 quick questions based on the conversations we heard today. You have 3 seconds to find the correct answer for each.
Here is the first question. When you call a potential client for the very first time, what is the best way to open the conversation?
A. I am calling to introduce our services and show you our best prices. B. I am calling because I saw your recent post on LinkedIn and noticed a specific detail on your website. C. I want to ask for 1 hour of your time to talk about my company.
The correct answer is B. Mentioning a specific detail shows you researched their business, which immediately makes the client want to listen to you.
Now for the second question. When a client goes silent after receiving your proposal, how should you follow up?
A. Call them every day to check if they had a chance to read your email. B. Call them to share an updated timeline or a new piece of useful information. C. Wait silently until the client decides to call you back.
The correct answer is B. Offering an update opens the conversation naturally without putting too much pressure on the client.
If you got both answers right, you are ready to handle your next business calls with more confidence.
In our next episode, we will follow Emma and Thomas through a new set of workplace situations, including how to handle a project delay and how to address a misunderstanding about the agreement details.
Make sure to subscribe so you do not miss our next video.
Thank you for listening, and see you next week.